Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to episode 6 of Pokémon Colosseum. In the last episode, we made it here to Pyrite Town where we were met with the warmest of welcomes from Kale, Juking, and the other town folks, as well as capturing our 4th team member, Fluffy. Today, we're going to kick things off with the other trainers in Duel, Circle, Square, Hexagon, because the rest of these 5 trainers all have Pokemon with black auras, so I'm going to speed this up, otherwise we will be here forever whilst I commentate over this sped up footage, beginning with our first snaggable Pokemon, which is Noctowl. Noctowl is a bit of a strange Pokemon, and what I mean by that is its stat distribution is a bit bizarre for a normal flying type. The biggest thing here is that normal and flying are both physical move types, whereas Noctowl has increased special attack over physical. And the only special attacks Noctowl can learn is Confusion, which is Psychic type at level 41, which has 50 damage, and Dream Eater at level 57, which is also Psychic type, but it can only hit sleeping opponents. But it has twice the power of Confusion, a very niche move, and not one that's used often for sure. You can teach it Thief through TM later on in the game, which is its third and final special move, but that only has 40 damage. I think you can see where I'm coming from. A lacking move pool and poor distribution of stats means I can't really recommend you pick one of these up. The physical special split was kind to Noctowl, hence why I wanted to use one in my Heart Gold Let's Play. One good thing I will say though, is that it has access to Hypnosis early on. It only has a 60% accuracy, but putting an opponent to sleep gives one of the best catch rate multipliers when trying to catch a Pokemon, so that might be kinda helpful. Moving on to Skiploom, and this is a grass flying type, giving it a quad weakness to ice type moves, and also a weakness to rock types, which is kinda lame for a grass type. It's fast for a grass type, which is good, I guess, and it has Sleep Powder, which is slightly more accurate than Hypnosis. Skiploom normally evolves into Jumpluff at level 27, but sadly, both Skiploom and Jumpluff will learn no new moves through level up. Yeah, the starting move set you see will be with it throughout the entire game unless you use TMs, which, if you didn't know, prior to Generation 5 are one-time use. I think you get the point. I can't really recommend Skiploom or Jumpluff either for your team unless you really want a challenge of using a single damaging move with a base power of 40 through the entire game. That's Mega Drain. I just can't recommend it. However, next up we have Misdreavus, a pure ghost type Pokemon and the only ghost type that you are able to snag in Pokémon Colosseum. If you have a fondness for ghost type Pokemon, this is your only choice, I'm afraid, but I recommend you try it out actually. It is a little frail and its stats are somewhat lacking, but it's immune to normal and Phytic type moves thanks to its ghost typing, and its ability Levitate makes it immune to ground types too. Very nice if you have an Earthquake user on your team, since Earthquake would normally hit your teammate. Mean Look is kinda pointless since there's no wild battles in this game to run away from and the AI rarely switches Pokemon out. Shadow Ball is a nice move that gets same type attack bonus but sadly uses Misdreavus' lower attack stat. Psybeam and Confuse Ray can be kinda nice and it learns some niche moves like Pain Split and Perish Song later on. Like I said before, Pokemon options are very sparse in this game, so if you're wanting to try out Ghost type, Misdreavus is your only option and it can be kinda fun playing with one. Next up we have Slugma, and this is your replacement fire type for Quilava, kind of, if you decide not to pick up one in Fenac City. It's slow, it's not really much of a replacement other than a different choice. In fact, it's very slow, and when it evolves into Mercargo at level 38, which is actually kind of late, it gets a little bit faster, base 30 speed, which is nothing really to shout about. It also becomes Fire Rock type, giving it a 4 times weakness to water. I'm not gonna lie to you though, before I decided on my final team, I was actually gonna use one of these in place of Quilava. Yawn is great for putting opponents to sleep, so far it's the only 100% accurate sleep inducing move. The only trade-off is it takes 1 extra turn after using before the target falls asleep. Flamethrower is obviously a very nice and powerful fire type move to unlock, and I would recommend replacing Rock Throw with Rock Slide when Magcargo learns it at level 48. Sadly, you won't be able to teach it Harden or Amnesia to bulk up its already decent defensive stats, since there's no move relearner in the Aura region, but if you're looking for more of a challenge playing through this game and you want to try a fire type, give Slugma and Magcargo a shot. There is one last Pokemon now that we could catch here in Duel Square, that I wanted to go over, and that is Quagsire, my favorite Pokemon of all time. Now you guys are probably expecting me to pick up a Quagsire for my team, right? Well, actually, I'm not going to. In fact, I'm not catching it at all now. The reason being is that I want to use this Quagsire from Colosseum as my ribbon champion in a ribbon challenge that I want to try and complete over on my Twitch live streams, link in the description. And as such, I want to make sure that it has the right nature, ability, and most importantly, Pokeball. Yeah, I'm weird like that. So I'm going to be skipping it for now. Still, I wanted to talk about it since if you're at this point in the game, then you might be considering it. I'll try not to be biased. Water Ground is a fantastic typing, giving it immunity to electric attacks, which water types are normally weak to. And if you go for Water Absorb as your ability, which I highly recommend over Damp, because Damp is kind of useless, then not only will you be immune to water type moves, but they'll actually heal you as well. The trade-off is a 4x weakness to grass though, so be careful. However, with decent bulk, Quagsire can probably take a medium powered grass type move, especially after using Amnesia to raise its special defense. It learns Yawn at level 35, Earthquake at level 42, Rain Dance at level 49, which is actually a great move since the Rain normally makes the super powerful electric type move Thunder 100% accurate, but of course Quagsire is immune. It's got Surf in its 4th starting move slot, and even gets some great TM choices like Brick Break and Sludge Bomb to make use of a decent attack stat. So Quagsire is slow, but it's tanky and versatile, and it's one of my favorite things about it, and one of the reasons why I really like Quagsire as a Pokemon. Now whilst I'm still speeding through these last battles, since there are only 2 regular trainers at the entrance of Duel Square who don't have Pokemon with Black Auras, I want to expand on something I mentioned in an earlier episode, and that's what happens if you miss your chance of snagging a Pokemon. Every single Pokemon has infinite, unlimited chances of being snagged, and from here on out I'm going to try and mention exactly how you would get your extra chances if you miss out, even if it's sort of later on in the game, since that might actually affect the team you're trying to build. For all of the Pokemon here at Duel Square, you can rematch them immediately if you just refresh the screen. So go inside a building, go to a new area or whatever, and then talk to a trainer when you come back again and you can rebattle them. That's why I wasn't too bothered about defeating the Quagsire, because I know you instantly get another chance. If we think back to earlier on in the Let's Play and Marco Hitter, your next chance to snag it if you missed it before won't be until you defeat the final boss. As for the Johto starters, like I mentioned, the 2 that you chose not to pick won't be available until after the main boss as well, but if you accidentally KO'd the starter that you did pick, you're not going to get another chance to grab it until the final area of the story mode. So if you want to use a starter, make sure you get it back in Fanac City, because otherwise when you catch it, like I say, in that last area, it's still going to be level 30 and it's still going to be reasonably weak compared to the rest of your team. I tripped myself up, but you're not bad at all. Your Pokemon are tops too. I can see it in your eyes. You're just like us. It's easy to see. I'm not like you. Oh, sorry for the weird cut there. I just had to go check on something. I think I heard someone at my door, but I think it might have been a neighbor. Sorry. Okay, I got interrupted. It's fine. Anyway, with all those Pokemon taken care of, let's take a look and see what we can find around the rest of Pyrite. This windmill generates electricity for powering the Colosseum. May look a little worse for wear, but still going strong. And in active service. Inactive, not inactive. Oh, for 30 long years I've spun these gears. Oh, what's for you younglings? Do you want to spin gears too? I sure do. Not to disappoint you, but this isn't a job that anyone can just pick up. Give another 20 years, then come back. I like that guy, and he's got a fantastic mustache. He's just so happy with his job. It's fantastic. So a lot of things pointing towards the Colosseum, huh? The door is locked. That's actually a door. So maybe we should go check out the Colosseum. I mean, it's the one place in town we haven't been yet. There's a couple of NPCs over here. Let's take a look and see what they have to say. Ay! That's scary. Take a look down there. Feels like it's going to suck you right in. This crevice runs deep underground. Can't even see the bottom from here. You see, Pyrite's an old mining town. And that's it. He's just like, Pyrite's an old mining town. Bye. I'm choked. I let victory slip from my grasp at the last knockout challenge. And it's not just one either. Or once either. It was the time before that too. If I wasn't a guy, I could cry. Hey, I know what to do. I'll go ask Pyrite's mother. I'll ask her when I'll finally win that challenge. I'm sorry, but can we just say, if I wasn't a guy, I could cry? dude, men can show their emotions too, you know. It's 2019. Actually, I guess when this game came out it was 2014 and they weren't allowed to. Alright, so let's try entering the Colosseum here. I am here to register. I'm sorry, but the current challenge is already underway. Just like Fenac City, we cannot enter the Colosseum challenge yet. Boo. Please wait for the next challenge's registration. That kind of sucks. Didn't get here in time to make the registration. Heard rumors if you win the challenge, you get an awesome Pokemon like that Kale did. Oh, sheesh. What am I saying? You have to keep that a secret. Pretend you never heard me, okay? Blink. Dazza, wasn't Kale that guy who was hanging around the town's entrance? We should ask him. He might know something. Ah, so we finally got a lead. How about that, indeed? Alright, off to the entrance we go. And I have shuffled my team around a little bit. Since Marco Hitter emptied its heart gauge, I figured we'll give someone else another try. Because, hey, the whole point of this game is to rescue these Pokemon and unlock the door to their hearts again. So that's what we're going to do. And there's a very good reward if you do it to every single Pokemon you can capture as well. So, here we have Kale again. Ha! What's that? You want to know if I have a weird Pokemon? You want to know that much? You might as well see it with your own eyes. Alright, and we get to battle Kale. Rogue Kale would like to battle. And yes, indeed, he does have one of those Pokemon with a black aura. And oh my goodness, after this match, I don't have to say black aura anymore. Oh, I know what's coming. So yeah, I did in fact grab Slugma, who actually, considering I've only walked from the Colosseum down to here, has unlocked quite a bit of its heart gauge. So I'm wondering if this one is a nature that just prefers to be walked. Alright, and we do have a Slugma with Magma Armor. That's actually not the ideal ability you want to get. I think Flame Body is better than Magma Armor. Yeah, Magma Armor just prevents freezing, whereas Flame Body kind of acts like static, but with burns. Anyway, I completely talked over the fact that we have a Furret on the field, which is snaggable. There's not much really to say about Furret, really, except that for some reason, I can barely pronounce its name. It always sounds like Furt when I say it. Anyway, Furret is one of the few normal types in the game. I mean, heck, actually, what am I even saying? With only 48 Pokemon to catch, every Pokemon is one of the few insert type here Pokemon in the game. Nevertheless, if you're looking for a strong Strength or Return user, wow, Slugma goes down. This is a good early option. Strength is in its starting moveset once you unlock it. But personally, I think there's a bit more of a better pure normal type coming up and waiting later on in the game. Furret definitely has its place on your team though, even if it's just for the first like half of the game. Okay, so we sadly weren't able to do a lot of damage to Furret. Somehow Slugma got taken down. I wasn't really focusing on what happened because I was focusing on talking about the Pokemon there, and I nearly let slip loose the name again. Oh my goodness, it's so gonna be glad when this is over and finally. Okay, Quilava's actually unlocked, well, emptied its heart gauge as well, so that's pretty dang good. I've been waiting for Quilava for a while now. So that's both Quilava and I think Flaffy is close as well. In fact, I wouldn't mind setting out Flaffy. Okay, so we have a C-Dot, and good thing we got Quilava out so he can focus on the Flame Wheel on the C-Dot there. Oh, we can use Hypnosis. I'm going to try Hypnosis on the Furret, just to see if I can send it to sleep. Again, Hypnosis, 60% accurate. Oh man, that strength hurts. Hits like a truck. Might have to switch out Quilava. Actually, I'm not that bothered if Quilava doesn't get switched out, because at this point, his heart gauge is empty. There's no point fighting with it. There is, because you do, like I say, you do get credited all the XP. Oh man, that's a bad looking model. Oh, it actually hit! Wow! And that's an instant sleep move as well, so sadly we weren't able to do anything before sending it to sleep. Like, Quilava still took a bunch of damage. In fact, I'm not going to dig to attack this matchup. Oh, I should have thrown a Pokeball. What am I thinking? Quilava took a hole. Alright, Noctowl will use Shadow Rush, which is great. That should do a bunch of damage. Nice. Okay, and then on the next turn, well, Machopa's still going to attack first. Hopefully it aims for Quilava. Oh, it's not. It's going for the Noctowl, but it shouldn't be very effective. Oh no, part normal type. Super effective against normal type, weak against flying types. So there we go. Alright, I'm going to give the Great Ball a throw. See if we can't catch this Furret. Of course, it is sleeping, which makes catching it a lot easier. In fact, it applies a 2x catch modifier. So the Great Ball actually, I haven't really mentioned this before, but a Great Ball offers a 1.5 times modifier over a Pokeball, And nice, that was easy. And the sleep status acts as a ×2 multiplier. So technically we got a ×3 multiplier because we use a Great Ball while it's asleep. So there we go. That's how maths works. Did I get that right? 1.5 times 2. I think that's right. Something like that anyway. Alright, let's see if we can take out this matchup. Skadoosh. Critical hit. Very nice flame wheel there. Alright, and we've got another snagged Pokemon with a black aura, and that's the last time I have to say black aura. My shadow Pokemon. Oh, feels so good. Oh, dear. Bah! Well, that was it? That lying Mirror B. You came up with that fancy, tough-sounding name, Shadow Pokemon. It was no big deal. You guys be careful, too. Don't be played for a sucker. It's about all they'll give you if you win at the Colosseum. Shadow Pokemon? That's what it's called? A Shadow Pokemon? That Pokemon with a black aura? Oh, I said the BA word again. Oh. I trust things are going according to plan, Mirror B. Oh, yes indeed, Master Nazcaur. Our plan is going along in a lovely peachy keen way. We have already broken Duking Spirit. We can do as we please at the Colosseum without his meddling. We've been giving away Shadow Pokemon on the sly to the challenge winners for gathering data. Good. The others also appear to be doing their parts to implement our plan. Our Shadow Pokemon plan is falling into place quickly. The final phase is not far off. Hoo-ho-ho-ho! This is perking up my spirit and body. Oh, I feel like dancing. Save your dancing until our plan succeeds. I'm off. Okay then. I shall make my return to the cave, where my darling Pokemon await my return. Let the music play! Oh, that tune haunts my dreams. It looks like the Colosseum has a secret. Guess there's no choice but to take part in the battle challenge there. Indeedy, and that is what we will be doing in the next episode, everybody. In fact, I'm going to stand here because the Colosseum is super cinematic. You can see in the background. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Pokemon Colosseum. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one when we will finally get to take part in a Colosseum challenge. Like, what will it be? Episode 7? Are we finally doing the namesake of the game? Oh, about dang time. See you guys then. Bye-bye.